live. I forgot to got to do my casual Friday stream. That's what this is. Casual Friday. Casually working on a course lecture. Quick Friday stream. Okay, what are we doing here? Brand stats. Let's do some Skool stuff. So, where am I? Community? No, profile. Some profile. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close to a record length of activity here. I guess it's, man, it started here. So almost 3 weeks of activity. So that means, man, that's only 20, not even 21 yet. Got to get to 30 days of activity. So, all right. What are we doing? Today's Friday, but we're not doing Friday. We're doing Thursday. 60 activities. Not 660. Not yet. Oh, wait. Probably double check. I think it looks like we're working. Looks like stream's going. So let's double check. That is good. So Twitch should be good. We are live. And X should also be good. Into the void. It's this one, right? Nice. Okay. Cool. So we're looking live. My inbox notification. Or rule number 1, don't go alone. Stream together. Very nice. Okay. So then profile done. Did my activities. Skool memberships. We are climbing up there. We are getting up there. This guy 580. Wow. But that's not what happened yesterday. Yesterday was 576. Slowly but surely. That is crazy. I don't know what happened. Like, that's so weird. So that was over. That was like Tuesday, I think. And then Wednesday, then Thursday. There's like a slump. I don't know what it is. Tuesdays, Thursdays. Pretty interesting. Today has not ended yet, so I'm not going to do today. But I'm going to do YouTube subs. And I think it hasn't climbed much. I think I looked at it this morning. It was only at 11. Oh, whoa. Okay, it's climbed a little bit. 11:35. Cool. But we're going delayed content analysis for analytics. Size and growth, subscribers. 30th. 11:32. One. There we go. 11:32. Nice. All right. Okay. So that takes care of that. It's been a good portion of the morning working on a newsletter, which is why I'm super delayed. And then totally lost my train of thought. This is why this stream is so late. Did a newsletter this morning, which is good. It was a heavy one. It was a long one. I still probably have more stuff. Didn't even totally get through everything. I need to figure out what to do with that. Need to probably like get to blogging more. Oh, look at my nice solid blue thematic. I kind of just stuck with it. Kind of works. But yeah, I'm gonna need to start optimizing my funnels, I suppose. I have all these different disparate systems. Need to get them all together. I totally missed out on a Halloween themed thing. Oh man, yeah, we were even was gonna do a podcast last night, but there were some issues with getting the DevSync crew together, so that was going to be one of the things, but that didn't happen. But we were supposed to talk about the dead internet as a very Halloween-themed tech topic, but didn't get to do that, unfortunately. That would have been a good one for this one. But instead, I talked about, realized that been working on this course generation system for about 80 hours. I was looking back to see when it started, and I think back in September is when I first started streaming the live build of this thing. And I really haven't worked on it outside of the stream. So anything I've done on it has been live, and it's been about 8 weeks that I've been working on it. So just now hitting about 80 hours. So if I'd have done full time, so probably could have been compressed into like 2 weeks working on it 40 hours a week. Probably would have gone a little bit faster actually at that point too, because you build a little bit of a momentum when you're like working within context, having to like stop, start, and get distracted with the stream and all that. So it's pretty rough. So it's probably actually not 80 hours. It's probably less than that, but it's been pretty good though. Oh, I don't know if my little, like, there we go. It helps a little bit. It's like little ring light. I don't know how helpful it is, but yes. 80 hours total on this so far. And I think the system is pretty much done as far as a very, very solid first version. Again, I gotta work on the MVP thing. Scope creep is real. But even automating no code takes a long time. And then I did some handwritten documents. So that was another one where it was really easy to actually pull in a PDF, because n8n actually has a node to read PDFs, which was the goal. Is that I wanted to pull customer data into Monday.com and populate columns in the Monday.com CRM based on what the customer filled in their form. But when their values are printed, n8n.com or n8n's extract text from PDF node can handle that very easily. It can give you the entire text of the document. When you give it a handwritten document, it just totally gives up. It just returns nothing. It doesn't give you any of the text that was printed on the document. It doesn't give you anything about the handwritten. It just doesn't return anything. So I had to add an entire sub flow to that flow to actually get the content of the document. And then I was down the rabbit hole of like, well, there's no actual node for OpenAI directly in n8n to read a PDF. It can only do images. So then the best option was to turn the PDF into an image, and then to do that you'd need like a community node. Like I've already wasted a ton of time with craft my PDF, but I didn't feel like it was worth the time to send the PDF off to craft my PDF to then convert it into an image, because it could do that. When I know the GPT can read the document, like when I was testing, I was able to get GPT to I just uploaded it into the ChatGPT app. It's like, here's the document. Can you tell me what's on it? And it read it perfectly. So it's like, well, GPT can clearly do it, but n8n is like kind of behind. And I mean, GPT, like OpenAI has changed a lot of their endpoints for it as well. They've kind of gone back and forth on the responses API and the assistant API. And so this is, I think with GPT-5 mini, and whatever, the GPT-5 family, I think it's back to using the responses API rather than assistants. So like Perplexity led me down the path of like, oh, you gotta upload the file, then you gotta build an assistant, and then you gotta use the assistant to read the file from the uploaded repository, and then like document ID, and then the assistant can read the document and send the response back. And then but that meant that like you'd have to have a node to create the assistant to tell it like, hey, you're a document reading assistant. And then and it looked like in n8n that node actually required you to attach the document that you'd already uploaded, which I guess you could have done by ID probably, but it's like that was turning into a lot of extra work. And finally was able to just like, okay, so I can just upload the file, I can call the responses API and include the file ID in that response or in that request and have it read the document, and then just delete the file afterward that way. Cause like, I don't want to pollute GPT with all the documents that keep getting uploaded to be read and then discarded after, or like they don't need to be piling up with every time that I need to read a document. So that's what's happening here. It's like, okay, the extract text from PDF fails. Then let's upload that PDF to OpenAI. Now that that's available, we have a file ID. We can then put that file ID in the request to a model. Say, hey, read this document, please. Here's the file ID. And then it can return that text. And then we can use that later to then have GPT once again take that text and then figure out the best columns for it to upload it into Monday.com. And then after that, it'll also delete the file when it's done. So anyway, yeah, that was back to like just it's like the rest of that flow is totally easy. And then we got to that part and it's like, oh, it can read images, it can't read PDFs. So it's just like it's always something. But anyway, so I got through all that. Kind of going over my Sora 2. I did like a quick Sora 2 automation. That wasn't yesterday, that was on Wednesday. Oh man. Yes, that was 2 days ago. I was gonna get another video done yesterday, but I didn't end up getting it done. Got kind of sidetracked with some other stuff. But yeah, on Wednesday I did this, and it took forever because I built an entire flow for Key AI, and I was going to use that to use the Sora 2 API. But I'm a little nervous, I guess, about Key AI because it's like I don't know how they're getting Sora 2 API. I think they're like reverse engineering access or using, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just guessing because right now the Sora 2 API is invite only. I know the app actually is now available in the US and Canada and Japan or something like it. So it's for free without code now. But I don't know if that gives you free API access. But I don't know, it just makes me nervous to like recommend these like third-party apps that are circumventing TOS potentially. I don't know that they're supposed to be doing that. And it just feels like you're going to build kind of on a house of cards where, you know, one of these goes down with a single cease and desist. Then it's like, cool, I got to change my automations because they're using you know, websites that don't exist anymore. So same with the Appify, where it's like you're reliant on like third party scraping to be able to get your data. And I mean, it's single-handedly, I don't know, boosted Cloudflare stock because now Cloudflare is everywhere. Can't even log into Upwork without having to sit at a Cloudflare CAPTCHA for 5 minutes, like every single time I open the app. So this is like single-handedly destroying the internet. But I don't know, it's not API, it's not Appify probably specifically, like everybody's doing scraping all over the place. But anyway, the internet's in a weird spot right now. But yeah, gonna stick with the legit API. So that's what I did here, just ended up calling the Sora 2 API. Hopefully everybody that wants to use it can get access to it. Otherwise you just use like VO3 or something like that instead. But try and stick with the legit routes. And then growth strategies, gonna use some Blotato to repurpose some shorts. So Sabrina, who created this Blotato app, recommends uploading to TikTok manually first, and then using Blotato to then to redistribute to a bunch of other platforms and stuff. So I just signed up for that, so I'm going to start trying to check that out because that'd be pretty cool. And then, and it does use n8n. It's built into n8n, so that is very convenient. Been on an n8n kick lately, so might as well make use of that. Yeah, and then last one was that I was listening to a Theo video, listening to that video at the gym, and then heard him talking about a clip from podcast. So it was pretty interesting. Hey, Craig. But yeah, Theo referencing how OpenAI is burning through cache, and then Theo was kind of explaining that situation through a clip that he saw with Dario Amade from Anthropic, and he was talking to the Stripe podcast explaining how basically like API or AI models are basically like creating businesses. Like you create an AI model, it's like creating a business. Costs 100 million to make the model, but then the model can become profitable eventually. So I don't know, it's just like a really interesting take. That's something I've kind of been thinking about a lot. Is it like, I mean, these AI models are essentially like a corporation. It's like an enterprise in your pocket, which is pretty crazy. And so I don't know. It was interesting to hear Dario explain that though. So I haven't listened to the whole podcast, so I'm gonna go back and try to listen to the rest of that because it's super interesting to like see the economics behind the model and stuff. But also really interesting to think like these AI models basically are their own businesses, which is kind of crazy. So Anyway, so that was a very long newsletter that I was writing today. Does it say? It doesn't tell me. When I'm writing it, it tells me. I think it was almost 2,000 words. So it was a lot. It was a long one. But yeah, so that was my major distraction. So just a quick stream today because I can't break the streak. Got to keep going. 5 days a week as much as I can. Oh, I guess I did break this. I broke the streak earlier this week, either on Tuesday. I think on Tuesday, whatever day I was not feeling great, so I skipped the stream that day. But otherwise, got to keep going. Didn't know what time. I know, yeah, I'm super behind today, Craig. So sorry about that. But yeah. So I guess probably gonna try to jump back into this guy. Yesterday we had a good run. The only thing it did time out on one of the OpenAI calls, but is this you following the 100 challenge? I mean, kind of, yeah, kind of. I don't know. I'm trying to, trying to keep the live stream streak alive. Even though, it's kind of a conflict. Like I said, need to make the stream a little bit more productive. But at the same time, like I think it's valuable. I think it's important. So won't happen when I run it locally. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So like, not too worried about that because, yeah, if it's running locally, it's not using OpenAI APIs. Like it shouldn't time out. That won't be an issue. And I think that's pretty much it though. Like it got all the way through everything else, but the only thing was that I did still have an error with this guy. So I accidentally was running the video cycle twice, so it never actually got to the documents. So that would be that's what I wanted. I just want to test the entire thing and its the entire flow without interruption. Even I guess if it does fail on the timeout, I mean that's okay. I'm not too worried about that, but making sure like the rest of this part works. I think I had to manually kick this off. So if we can try to get one more full execution, that would be amazing. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna try to run this and see if the whole thing works again. So here we go. Anticlimactic. I'm gonna use my little script here to fill this in, and I'm gonna change it to 2 lessons still. I'm gonna stick with that. And that's why I said it has to be cut down as most machines struggle. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, for sure. Boom. Let's go. Yeah, because like the local model could be an issue. Because even running like the O3 and all that, so you'd need a pretty beefy machine to even run GPT OSS 20B. So yeah, but the rest of this isn't too bad. Also, if you're running this in the cloud, then like don't use O3 Mini. Use GPT-5, and it's cheap and it works. I mean, there's other options too, I guess, as far as that goes. So, yeah, 120 gigs of VRAM is pretty solid. Yeah, it should be fine. It can run a real big model and some other stuff, so that one should not be an issue. But yeah, if you're running in the cloud, I would just not even use. I would definitely not use O3 Mini. Just use GPT-5. Or even GPT-5 Mini, really, probably could get the job done. Because this is using O3 Mini, and GPT-5 Mini is going to be way better. So that would work. All right. We're getting results. Ooh, it's a nice one. That looks legit. It's really heavy on the particle effects. But I like it. Looks cool. Got a nice okay, I was gonna say it had a nice like Ouroboros thing going on here, but just can't see the other end of the tail behind it. All right, we're generating folders. So stick with that. There we go. So we should get another lesson folder. So that is progress. Oh man. Whoa. Amit Shah, what is up? Nice with the YouTube logo. 12 or 2100 for the MSS1 Max. Forgot it's only 2 terabyte NVMe, but have spare NVMe slot for another 8 terabyte to hold models locally, but additional $700, 700 pounds. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I mean, the models won't be an issue. I mean, unless I mean, I get maybe not. I don't know. I mean, if the models are no more than like 60 gigs or whatever, then I mean, 2 terabytes would be plenty because you really don't need that many models unless you're going to be swapping models all the time. Even with a few, I mean, you're going to have GPT OSS 120B, and then if you have like a couple video models or whatever, I don't know how big WAN is. So if you're doing like WAN 2.2 or whatever, there's probably a couple different models there. So, but even still, I feel like you want to have more than 200-300 gigabytes of model to hold. But video starts to take up a lot of space pretty quickly. So that's probably more I'd be concerned. Start adding up all those lecture files. 40 lessons is 400 gigabytes per course. I don't know about that. I mean, unless I don't know. I guess I haven't actually looked at the files, so maybe it is. But like these videos are not that big. Oh, nice. Okay. 2 lessons were 20 gigs. Really? Like these guys are 20 gigs? Like are you talking megs? Because like these videos are not that big. Yeah, this is 2.9 megabytes. So I mean, if your lectures are decent size, then it's possible, but yeah, it's like I don't think they're gonna be that big. If you're going like 4K video, then yeah, but 20 megs. Okay, cool. It's like unless I missed something, I don't think it's a little concerned there for a minute. 400 megs per. Okay, yeah, that I can see. Yeah, 400 megabytes per course. I could definitely see that. Oh, sorry. What's your opinion on full autopilot YouTube automation that actually gets monetized? Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's totally possible. I know the meta for that has changed. It's like changing quite a bit, but I think it's totally possible. I don't know exactly. The monetization is probably a little bit harder. I mean, you have to get what is it, like 30 million views in a year, which is possible. Like you have to get some viral AI videos. It's gonna be tough because of volume. There's lots of people doing it now. Before it was harder to do, so there weren't as many people doing it. But I mean, YouTube seems like it's cool with it as long as you're doing automation within their guidelines or whatever. So yeah, I definitely think it's possible. I haven't done it myself, but I know there's lots of channels that do it. And I mean, I think you can still get away with like clipping together stuff that is pretty legit. Like they were starting to crack down that a little bit, where if you're just like throwing TikToks together into longer videos and stuff, trying to get monetized, like that probably won't work so well. But I don't know. I think those they were like the court cases and like scary stories and stuff. Like I think it's very, very possible. It just will probably take a little trial and error, and it'll take some time. It'll probably take a couple months to get to the point that like you can get a channel that's up and running. But I don't know. I've seen guys on TikTok that are still saying that they run faceless, entirely faceless automation YouTube channels and seem to be making pretty good money doing it. So totally possible. I think it's absolutely possible. And the only problem again, I guess, is like it seems like it's kind of shifting. I think YouTube's trying to figure out what to do about that. So it may be an uphill battle as you get something up and running and working, and then they change the rules and they change how the algorithm works, and you have to like switch to something else. So I don't think it's a quick win. I think it's you gotta commit a couple months to getting it to work, but totally possible for sure. Be careful about there's lots of people that will probably try to sell you a course on it as well. So tried some automations, but the first thing is that it takes time. The main concern is the quality. Yeah, quality is tough. It's kind of a balance of either using stuff that's a little bit more deterministic. So like you can use like real clips and like real images, and then use AI to like piece parts together. So I feel like that's a little bit more of a realistic approach. But otherwise, yeah, if you're just you have to go full volume if you're trying to get like quality clips, because every time you request like an AI generate, like every time you hit Sora for a video, there's like, you're probably going to get to like 80 to 90% that's like, oh, it's a pretty good clip, like it's almost what I wanted, but it's not quite. And then it's just kind of like a lottery where you just have to keep spamming clips until you get like a really good one. So probably looking at least 10 attempts to kind of get the clip that you want. And then depending on how long you're trying to make the clip, then you might have to do 3 or 4 of those. So you're looking at like 30 to 40 to 50 generations before you can finally get like a decent quality clip that you can put together. At least from the stuff that like I've seen on TikTok and stuff. I mean, people have got some pretty good ones. Like they're pretty funny. But I'm sure it took them, 100 plus clips to get to that one clip that does really well. So yeah, if you can figure out cheap ways to do it, I mean, I was actually just talking about it. There's, I mean, you can use them at your own risk. But something like, whatever this is, key.ai. They have really cheap video API. So like if you're going for quantity, that's the way to go. But I don't know. I'm not sure these guys are legit. They look pretty legit. A lot of people use it, but use it at your own risk. So that'd be one way to do it. Otherwise, local model, like if you can run something like WAN locally or like really cheaply in your own cloud, you could probably do that too. And that way you could focus more on volume if that's what you're trying to go for. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can run WAN 2.2 locally or whatever. So, but yeah, I think volume is just going to be the game either way for faceless YouTube, and you just got to be able to pump them out, but also balance. If you pump out too much into YouTube, they'll recognize that, and they will probably suppress you. They won't let you go too crazy with it. So there's a lot of things to manage for sure. So, but you can also like get enough traffic to enough high ticket things, you can make it worthwhile. So it's like you're not trying to monetize off of the traffic itself. Like you're not trying to monetize by ad revenue. If you're just trying to get people to like buy something, do like affiliate purchases, that's a totally different kind of approach. So that's also an option. I don't know. Like I've seen a lot of these accounts on TikTok that do that, and then they don't have a link or anything. So like I don't know what they're doing, if they're just like building up a huge account and selling it. So like you can do that. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of potential there for sure. But it's just, yeah, it's a bit of a wild west. But all right, that was a long YouTube automation rant. So hopefully that was helpful. But I haven't done a ton of it. I've done a little bit back in the day, but yeah, a little bit of experience, but not a ton. Yeah. On the high spec, so I'm thinking of using Comfy AI. Yeah. I mean, I think Comfy's definitely, I think, one approach. And as long as you have a computer that's got like a decent system, you can probably make stuff work. Or if you have like 2 systems, and you can have one running in the background. So yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, for sure. Happy to help if I can. So best of luck. Snap your run. Okay, wait, sorry, Craig, catching up on your 400 megs per course. So if you run the system 24/7, it could create 6 courses per day, 6 times 400. Yeah, so back to 6 times 400 megabytes. So you'd be 2.4 gigabytes. So yeah, you still got plenty of time. 42 courses, 2,184 courses per year. Now you're talking terabyte. Okay, so like terabyte per year. So you've got some time. You got a little runway to get that going. Now considering creating an app that can help them automate tasks using natural language, because I have around 100 automations that I can use as knowledge bases for training. Okay. Yeah, I mean, training is also one of those where it's like, probably don't need to do training, where probably more of like an embedding situation. Just because training is expensive. Like training is hard to do. But you can do it if you feel like you have enough. If you know what you're doing, you would feel like tweaking the numbers and all that. Like you have a good testing pipeline. But I think training is kind of a might be, I don't know what you call it. So, but it doesn't hurt to have like a repository, and you could just have like embeddings. I guess is probably more what you would do, where you would just have it like find embedded answers. So it's not exactly training, but it's close. But yeah, you'd have like all those automation tasks or whatever to use as embeddings and reference instead. So yeah, for sure, that would definitely be definitely be a good idea. Like there's a lot of use there. And then was that your other idea, or did you have another idea after that? Building your home lab for AI for 2 years. Yeah, man. Yeah, sounds like Craig, you've been working on that for a while. A lot of work there. But I don't know. I mean, and app ideas are great. I mean, you talk to the marketing masters guy here, but marketing is always the other problem. So you can build it, but then you gotta find people that want to pay for it. So that's the other part. So I am the engineer. I've fallen for that trap too many times. It was like, oh, I'm gonna build this thing. It's gonna be great, and then it just kind of sits there because it's like it's cool, but it hasn't been marketed. Nobody knows or cares about it. So got to get it out there. Or you could figure out, what already has demand first and then go build that. So, okay, only those two ideas for now. Fair enough. There you go. So I don't know. Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of options. A lot of options as far as, yeah, both of those are pretty solid though, I think for sure. Yeah, exactly. Don't build, then find customers. Yeah, exactly. That's what they want and build it. Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's probably the smarter way to go about it. So, but yeah, for sure. Started running local NAS, 64 terabyte storage, then added minis forum, MSO1 running Unroad, and now adding minis forum MS and S1 Max for running 128 gigabyte unified memory for running local LLM. Yeah, pretty crazy. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy setup. Been pretty legit about it. Also, speaking of, this guy's still going. Where are we at? Oh yeah, that was yesterday. Where was today? Some one. Do we have video? We got videos. Do we have resources? Not yet. Worksheet? Oh man. Okay. Is it still? Oh man. Hopefully it's not like doubling up. Home lab is for labbing. It's all right if the lab is just about building a lab. There you go, dog. Like labs that build labs. So we put a lab in your lab. I like it. Before you build, ask them and put them on email list via coming soon landing page. Yeah, I mean that doesn't hurt. Build up your hype. Hope you guys are having a fine day. It's been good. How about you, Onion? You having a fine Friday? How's your Halloween Friday going? All right, what's going on? Is lesson 2 still working? Is that what's going on? It's probably getting hung up here. Yep. Hopefully it doesn't time out. It might time out. Hopefully not. Oh, good. Just gonna rest. That sounds good. That sounds really good. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Just gonna be chilling. Still got, as always, got like a few more things to wrap up today. But once I get stuff wrapped up, I will be chilling as well, watching some scary movies or something since it's Halloween. Feel like I should do that. That sounds good. What are you resting from? What are you 3D printing some bits for Monday or for some Mad Maxi servers? Oh man, okay. Very nice. That's super cool. What would you be 3D printing for your servers? Like spacers or something like that? Some organizational pieces, I guess. Oh, I forgot to put Casual Friday in my stream title. All right, has this timed out yet? Hopefully not. It's gonna time out. Stupid 03 mini. I do wonder. I think we're giving it word by word transcript, which is probably overkill. Ooh, what do I need to save here? Ooh, I don't know what I changed, so I'm gonna go ahead and save. Oh, I think I changed the document number or document ID. Where's video? Lecture video. Now that you're so close, been building a GPT agent to research, identify personas and what their pain points are, and have it develop course ideas. Ah, there you go. Nice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there we go. I bet it timed out. Stupid O3 mini. This guy? No, this guy's good. Yeah. Oh, it failed. Oh, it made it? Wait, no way. Video? It did. No way. What did it fail on in here? Where are we? Not lecture video. Documents. What failed in here? Oh, to just straight up fail to get to that? Because I've got the wrong ID. Ah, man. Generate documents. Is this the old one? All right. So this should actually be, yep, that one. ALZRU. AL, there it is. Yep. Oh, man. It's always the stupidest thing. Okay. Well, that's cool. Do this one more. And heart. Okay. I guess let's run it by itself to get the completion. So where is this guy? So I'm going to run it off this document ID. And this one, I'm going to update it to the new one. Save. We execute that. Should generate the documents for that session. And then, yeah, I'll let this complete and I'll run it one more time. Hopefully we can get an actual all the way through completion. You have some very small PCs as servers. I'll be adding some JBUD setups to them for storage. So now I'm printing hard drive brackets. Nice. That's super cool. Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, that was like the most, I don't know, practical example I could think of, or like use case for 3D printers. Or just printing like really straightforward stuff like that with like custom spacers and that kind of thing, or just a little bit of plastic. You can make a bunch of them, and it's like really specific to your setup. So that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, we probably do need to run a different course. I've kind of just been running the same one over and over. So it's a good point. I mean, we've done enough variations at this point that like, I mean, the same prompts over and over, but I mean, with the, whatever stochastic nature of AI, it was probably going to do something weird anyway. Hey, thanks for the follow, Onion. I appreciate that. So like running enough iterations on the same prompts, we'll still get some variation, but okay. But yeah, we can try, digital marketing for small business. If you can get me a quick set of answers, then I'll use your new inputs instead, and then we'll test with that. But we've got document set 1 here done. Worksheet, yep. Resources, yep. Quiz, yep. Good. So we should be working on lesson 2. So once that's done, should be good. No include, no exclude. Okay. Good to me. Very small PCs as servers. That's super cool, actually. Onion, like the little like mini PC kind of thing. I think it's kind of what Craig's actually been doing. It's like the MSO1 and stuff, like the little mini servers and stuff. That would make a lot of sense. It'd be easy to like do a bunch of those as like a full server farm, because you can get a bunch of those for whatever, a couple $100 each. That would be pretty cool. Be pretty cool. Did I miss? Oh, Homemade, you're looking to do an email outreach to some companies. Yeah, that's one way to market for sure. I did a little bit of cold email with some automations as well, so that's actually not too bad. Oh wow, 5 Raspberry Pi 5s, nice. Yeah, that would be good. Raspberry Pis are very affordable, so that'd be one way to do it. Server farm on the cheap. Whoa, getting spammed. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Scraping the bottom of the barrel in the used market. People sell low power machines for $20 that usually just needs some love to fix. Yeah, no, that's for sure. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, if you got the time, you just pick up some machines and a little bit of a part replacement or whatever, and then they're good to go. So yeah, no, that's a good call. That's a good call for sure. All right, lesson 2 looks like we're good. Oh, not that. Quiz. We got quizzes. We got worksheets. We got stuff. Cool. Let's do one more then. Let's try one more time. I saved this, so it's using the right one. That's using the correct course ID, right? Or correct workflow ID. So that one's good. So if we start this over again, fill out the form. I want to do, say, digital marketing for entrepreneurs. There we go. Beginner. I'm going to do 2. English, yes. Udemy. Outcomes. Theory and concept. Real world example is probably good. This is crazy. What's up, Vlad? Able to market their business. All right, cool. Able to market their new business. Specific skills. What are we looking for? Okay. Social media marketing. Sounds good. Yeah, Vlad, you haven't. It's been a little bit. It's almost done. It actually does stuff now, all on its own. And then you said no topics, no key topics to include or exclude. So ship it. See what happens. How far have you come with this? Pretty far. So this is all running locally now. I was doing a bunch of stuff in the cloud, but this is all local now. So that it can run end to end. All right, there we go. And it goes through, it creates hopefully the correct stuff. So I should have found today's, it creates today's folder. So there we go. Found today's date, created the new folder for the lecture, captures all the inputs, and then creates all the details, like the initial details for it. So there we go. Got a new document. And then it creates an image for the course. So it should be doing that right now. It's going to use some n8n to generate a nice course cover. Should almost be done here. Yeah, doing that at the moment. n8n taking a minute. It's Friday. It's probably getting a lot of activity. There we go. n8n created us a nice digital marketing thumbnail. So not bad, not bad. Then it's off to the next flow. And so now we go through course content. So we're going to generate the course content. And then we generate the slides from the content. and then we iterate through all the slides to be able to create images, and then we call a subflow to actually pull the images out of the slides. Then after that, we generate audio for the lesson. And then after we do that, we are then creating the video. So we create the video based on the audio and the slides that we created. And then finally, we are creating some documents at the end. So we can have a worksheet, a additional resources thing to go look up more information, and quiz questions about each lecture. And then we capture all the data that was originally created from the Google Sheet, just so you have it as a backup as like a CSV. So it does a lot of stuff. It's pretty robust at this point. So another that onion, onion. That is a lot. It's actually kind of crazy. Well, I was just looking. It's been about 8 weeks. 8 weeks of building this, but I built it entirely on stream. I don't think I've really done anything off stream, so the entire process has been live streamed. So really, it's been about like, I don't know, 40 or whatever, 60-ish hours probably total. How do you manage the Google Drive credentials if local? You can still connect to Google Drive from local. You just have to connect your client in the credentials. So like when you're here, you have to put in your client ID, your secret, and then you have to include your callback to your local. Good for the personal brand. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. You have to include your local URL when you connect to Google. So you still have to create a Google client in Google Cloud to be able to connect it, but it'll let it connect up. So basically the same on as cloud, but you have to have the actual client ID and secret. I think actually, no, I think you have to have client ID and secret for cloud too. So a couple steps there, but yeah. Man, yeah, getting close though, getting real close. Good for the old personal brand. Using Google Drive does not cost you money, but the AI content creation in the past would have cost you money. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. Because I thought you need a custom URL for that. No, I guess not. Like as long as you're able to provide your callback. I mean, you're authorizing through a client, so like you are saying like, hey, this is my local host, and then the client ID and secret then verify that it's like, hey, this machine is actually allowed to connect to your Drive instance. So that helps. But yeah, it is nice. You don't have to like tunnel through it or anything like that. I forget, yeah, because some stuff running locally is not as easy to connect. Like with Telegram, you have to like set up a tunnel and stuff to get it to actually connect. So that's a bit of an issue. Text to speech would have cost you money. Image generation would have cost you money. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I think yeah, exactly. Yeah, Telegram is the one that it's kind of a pain where you have to like go set up either some sort of like ngrok or something like that to have a edge server and all that. So. Not as straightforward with Telegram. Idea of the workflows that you can create as many courses as you want and not be limited by API costs. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I've spent a couple bucks actually, I think, on this one now, just because Nano Banana is like 4 cents per image. I've done quite a few images on here. And then audio, I think audio is like 4 cents per the 2 to 3 minute lecture audios I've been generating. But the API costs for the AI are pretty cheap. Like I don't think I've spent more than like 50 cents since I've started. So not a big deal. Yeah, no big deal, Craig. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's the bill might be like $1.20 or something like that. Like the bill is not high. So not too worried about it, but I appreciate it. Yeah, for Telegram, I couldn't get it to work without ngrok, so I assumed it was the same for Google. Yeah, Google lets you at least set up a client, so it makes it a lot easier. So how's the VidGen look? I mean, it's very boring. So the VidGen, it works, but it's very boring. It just shows, so the one we just did, the VidGen. Yeah, there we go. So we got like the course overview, course user inputs, then like backups of everything. But the lecture video itself, we have 2 versions because we actually do the video by itself. I have to download it, or one with subtitles. So download the one with subtitles. We're beginning an exciting journey into Python. But it sounds pretty good. It's really not too bad. It's 1 pint when I see it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. One pint will cover it. So yeah, no big deal. Yeah, they're very clean. And I mean it'd be really easy to change this because the slides are based off of just a template. So if you want the slides to be different, you just go change the template. So like I've got my course presentation template here. This is all it's using. It's these two slides. It just copies these as many times as it needs to and replaces the content. So, change the background, change the font, and now your template is a different color or a different style or whatever. So very easy to change that. It is limited on the structure though, because it doesn't include a way to do images. It would be easy enough to do images. We just add a second section here, like split this into 2 parts, but it changes the logic quite a bit because now you can pick slides that need the image. That's fine, but then you have to like source the image. So then you have to decide when to add images, when not to, and then just start calling n8n for each one that needs an image and make sure you're like naming the image correctly so then it knows where to add the image. So like adding images is actually quite a bit more complicated. But there we go. Yes, yeah, that'll be a paid upgrade. But yeah, there's enough, hopefully enough like flexibility to keep it clean, but also add a little bit of customization if you wanted to. So, yeah, we're getting close here though. Let's see. It's kind of a killer that like I can't see. I don't know where it's at. I guess I can kind of tell. We can tell based on what progress we're making. So we're in digital marketing right now. We've got both lessons going. We should have video by now. Not yet. Okay, so we're waiting on video. We should have audio though. Yeah, we got audio. Video takes a while. That's definitely one spot that probably needs some optimization. So lecture video is running now. Normally it gets stuck on reading the transcript. So like it will, so we look at this guy. Does this give us the times? The audio's not bad. I don't know how to get the audio to play through here. I've got like a really jank setup where I've got my audio running into whatever this is. StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard. But when I added the file, it didn't seem to play. So let's see if it'll work.
We begin an exciting journey into Python, a versatile language that transforms business problem solving, task automation, and innovative solution development.
Can you hear that?
In this lesson, we'll cover Python basics, the importance of pip, and the use of venv, all aimed at equipping you with the skills needed for practical projects, such as creating an API with AI integration. This foundation is vital for entrepreneurs looking to rapidly build custom solutions. Python is celebrated for its simplicity.
So not bad, right? Very soothing. Not too distracting. It's a good lecture voice, so it's not bad. It's kind of just like the first option in the OpenAI TTS. So could be easily swapped out for something else. Like you could use 11 Labs or something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, right? Not a bad system. Won't be hard when you're running text to speech locally. Also be able to clone your, yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, you could use something to clone your own voice, or use like Kokoro or something like that to run locally. So lots of options there. Just have to plug and play that. And we've also got it kind of restricted right now because it's running in the cloud, so that OpenAI's speech model won't let you do more than like 4,000 characters. So like if your text is too long, it won't generate the audio. So I'll have to fix that. But there we go. Take that down. But yeah, pretty crazy. So it's actually just writing about that today. I was like, I mean, at first I thought this would only take like a weekend, like a couple hours to get this system up and running. But it took a little longer than a couple hours. But it actually only took 4 or 5. Well, I don't know, probably like 8-10 hours to get all the workflows to generate it in one go, or to create an outcome with like some manual help, but it took a little while. I haven't actually. I keep seeing the Neo robot like pop up, but I haven't actually watched a video on it yet. Is it? I don't even know. I mean, assuming it's like very. Is it affordable? I'm guessing $20,000. So it's this is a different one. This is not Unitree or whoever. Somebody else now. 5.6. Does it actually work? That'd be sweet. There we go. Yeah, I can't wait to have my robot buddy. $500 a month? Oh man, now we're talking. That'd be great. It got weird. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. That's sweet though. Order today. Sounds great. I mean, yeah, I saw the Marquez Brownlee. So I was curious about it. It's a little person in a VR headset controlling it. Oh, really? Weird. That's really weird. That's crazy though. Pretty fluid. Okay. Okay. It's crazy actually. Nice. Give him different shoes. Whoa. It's got like a pod. Is it not plastic? Okay. There's a few feature to like restrict sounds in your home or block noises. Oh, interesting. Yeah, yeah, for sure. That makes sense. It's crazy. Nice. Very nice. It's actually kind of crazy. Nuts. So future is here. Exactly, man. It is. Ordering her. Nice. Nice. There you go. There you go. Too quick. I mean, I don't have to hire a house cleaning service then, right? I can just I can just pay $500 a month and have a robot do my cleaning, right? I mean, it probably isn't quite that finely mechanic at this point where it could like operate a mop and stuff, but I don't know. I guess I didn't finish the video yet, so we'll see. We'll see. But I mean, cleaning service is like close to that, probably at least a couple $100 a month. So just buy a robot instead. Yeah, exactly. Like an Airbnb and cleaning it for $500 a month. Yeah, exactly. That'd be insane. That's what I was thinking. Like, if it's that mechanically capable, you could essentially just have it doing constant maintenance on everything. So like it could be, you know, basically like perpetually repainting the walls and stuff and like fixing holes and stuff. Like it would just you just always have a list of things to do and just like set a prioritization of like cleaning first. If things are clean, then start fixing things. And then, you know, whatever on a cycle every 6 months, like we're gonna start repainting to make sure everything looks fresh. Like, you know, just have like an entire list of things for it to do and it could just constantly be doing stuff. So that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Yeah, exactly. 24/7 maid service and maintenance. I guess comes just hides in the closet or something. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, Airbnb probably is like the best way to go about that. I was thinking that, or like, you know, fancy apartments and stuff. They could just include it in your apartment or whatever, and then your apartment is automatically kept up, and it's like a feature of the apartment. So it'd be crazy. Nice, nice. Oh no, it still failed. Did it fail? Where did it fail? At the end here? Did it fail a lecture? Did it time out? Yeah, I think we timed out. Yep, timed out. Which one do we get to? Do we get to? So video 2 probably timed out, right? Yeah, that's annoying. We'll let it keep going. This is on video? Yeah, okay. So if I open this guy up, digital marketing. This is why I wanted to have like ways to get into it just in case. We go to digital marketing video. So if you just plug in the video or the document ID here, it'll recreate the first video though, which is kind of annoying. But then I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that sucks though, because I don't want it to. I don't know. We can let it go. I don't want it to run. It's gonna duplicate the first video. So how do you fix the timeout? Well, yeah. It's 03 is timing out. I think it's because yes, I think it's because this word by word timestamp or word by word transcript is probably too much for it. So that it has to read the entire transcript and then it's creating an SRT file out of that. And honestly, it could probably be done programmatically because I think that's all we're doing here, right? So I think this part then takes the SRT, turns it into VTT. Okay, well, yeah, I think we care about that. This guy, timestamps. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's doing too much. I should probably fix that. That's why I said remove audio, video for cut down so it won't time out. Yeah, I mean, really, this is just a code problem because it's converting the timestamp document into an SRT document. And that could probably that's more deterministic. That really doesn't need to be AI handling that. I think, and that's the problem, is like O3 is just timing out on that, trying to read through the entire timestamp document and then rewrite it into a giant SRT file. So that's really what's happening here. I keep forgetting that it's not even making a decision on like when to show the slides. That was the main concern. It's like, oh, I need the timestamps to know when to switch slides. Like we want to make it understand when the topic changes if there's multiple slides to show. But this really just needs to be like, take all these words and then create an SRT. It's like an SRT is where are we at? Or no, creation. So that course generator. Oh, hang on. No, this is a different project actually. Not confusing at all. There we go. Look at all these guys. .srt. But yeah, exactly. Like locally, it should be able to do that just fine. You could call, whatever, Gwen coder or something like that, and it can handle it with no problem. But I'm sure GPT OSS could handle it as well. But yeah, you're just taking a file like this. We're taking the transcript file, so oh, it's not reading. It's reading it from the JSON. So we're taking a I'm not actually saving it, am I? Shared data lesson1.json. I don't know what this is open with. Yeah, okay. So it's basically just turning this into this. Bro, can we like format this? Yeah, there we go. Let's make this readable. Which, I guess there's, yeah, hang on. Is there any kind of like, how does it do that? So it does it based on, so there's some calculation going on here. So maybe it's not that straightforward. Because it is trying to decide. I think we did give it some limitations. So it's, yeah, no more than 2 lines shown at a time. So it is having to like chunk all this up into 2 lines each and then generate the SRT off of that. So that's where it's being a little bit, but it is working, yeah, for sure. It just O3 just like times out on it sometimes. Because it's a pretty big request. And I bet if we just sent it to GPT-5, it'd be fine. Like, or GPT-5 mini or whatever. So yeah, no, I mean, you're good, man. Like, this is the workflow is fine. It's just an O3 mini problem. So not too worried about that. And it's accurate when stitching together. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's good. It does what it's supposed to do. It's just occasionally that's a really big request for O3 mini, apparently. So it doesn't like it. It could probably be broken down. Trying to think how to do that. The more like deterministic way to do that, or programmatic way to do it, as opposed to having AI just do it. But this is the beauty of AI. You can just kind of yada yada over it. Like, here you go. Here's a bunch of timestamps. Make it into an SRT file. So yeah, exactly. Just don't use the O3 mini, and then you're good. So GPT OSS hopefully should be able to handle it just fine. And, you know, worst case, you could call out to something a little bit stronger if you had to. So we're going to have duplicate video files here, right? Still working on it. Okay. That was the first one, I think, right? So still a little slow. There we go. So now it should be back to 2, or was that 2? Are we working on 2 now? Yeah, actually, I think it's working on 2 right now. So it should have actually just loaded, right? Or no, it's doing it again. That's right. We're doing duplicate. So it's going to do these again. Yeah. And then subs should show up here in just a minute. Yep, there we go. And then it's going to go back and try to do lesson 2. And if it doesn't time out, then we should be good. But here we go. Maybe the beauty of AI. Have AI help with AI. Where's my GPT window? This prompt. Oh, wait, hang on. All right, cool. This prompt keeps timing out. Or this prompt sometimes times out. Having O3 mini handle it, but any recommendations how to optimize. So 3 doesn't time out. Prompt. End prompt. Go. Figure it out. Still processing at this point, so hopefully this doesn't time out in the process of waiting for how to not make a timeout. Oh, that's probably true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Whisper could probably 2 months in fully. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, right. Yeah, there's probably a library or something that could just do SRT subtitles better. I mean, the as long as it has like configuration for lines per sub or whatever, that's the only thing that's a little tricky because it's easy enough to go. You can just kind of guess and just make it pretty straightforward that word count shouldn't be more than whatever 12 or something. 12 2 lines, 6 lines each, or whatever, 6 words per line. So, and just do that, and then that would probably solve this. So. Input is huge. Yeah, lots of quotes, words, floats. Tasks forces long, output big SRT. Model spends tokens thinking. Let's forbid it. So shrink the input, make the task deterministic. Minify timestamps, use WSE with millisecond integers, not objects with keys and floats. For example, oh yeah, that's true. That would help. Drop the video size chatter. That's a renderer concern, not needed to format SRT. That's probably true. Actually, it's a good point. I guess I was giving it as like context so it could try to figure out how to do the placement, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Tell it exactly how to pack lines so it doesn't think. Greedily fill up 42 characters per line, max 2 lines. Break on spaces. The queue spans from first word starts to word's last end. Okay. Forbid reasoning. No explanations, no markdown. Forbid reasoning. Add return only JSON shape of, yeah. Add do not show work chain of thought analysis. Oh, if you support SDK. Okay. Fix time format to SRT. Round to milliseconds from your millisecond integers. Yeah. Normalize spaces. Yeah. Single space between words. Keep a blank line between queues. Cut the problem into windows. Almost eliminate timeouts. Yeah. For 2 to 3 minute narrations, you're okay. For long chunk by time, call all 3 on each chunk, then merge. Yeah, that would work. That was the other thing I guess I was thinking. Like, you could chunk it up. Might have to do that actually if you get to bigger ones. But it worked though. So we're good. Problem solved. Don't have to worry about it. There we go. Uploading now. Cool. So then, but this one just ends. So, cool. And then we run from this document. Oops. That'll create the documents. So, yeah. So I think, I mean, we could fix that. But again, it's not really an issue for subtitles, not SRT. That one does subtitles. Oh, got it. Yeah, for sure. Bump pragmatic API knobs. Yeah, I don't care about that. Drop in fast prompt. Create an SRT from these word stamps. Yeah, I need to process the stamps. Keep the original object JSON shape. It still works, just slower. Switching to arrays with MS is biggest speed win. Chunked prompt. Yeah, to avoid LLM entirely. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that, right? Yeah, do it deterministically in code, skip the model. What's it setting it to? Max line 42 character. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, it would just parse by word, make sure that the words are less than the total character count. In an expression. Yeah, that was my other thought. Like, just run a no code or run a code node, and that's a nice touch. Yeah, look for the really short one. Just start another line. So this might be the other solution here, but not gonna worry about it. Cool. just want to get up does subtitles not SRTs. Yeah. No, I've already got faster whispers for subtitles. So n8n Skool PF casting a spell. But yeah, no, not too worried about it. We'll figure out what to do there. I was mostly kind of trying to create your local setup situation as accurate as possible, I guess. But this isn't as accurate because you again have your own. That's his name on GitHub. Okay, nice. Oh, Miguel, maybe Miguel PF. Okay. Yeah. Not as concerned. I mean, it's a bummer to not see this whole thing run all the way through, but I can switch the model out, and I think I'll be fine. And I don't know. I mean, maybe GPT-5 Mini would fail with this one too, but it is a lot of data, so probably just need to strip it down. But yeah. Oh man. Otherwise, these are looking pretty complete, looking pretty good. So next week will be the wrap up, where I think it'll finally be done. Not arriving until Thursday. Oh, well, there we go. We got time. We'll get this guy done just in time for your machine. So code of. So I mean, I think code is basically ready to ship. That's what I want to do, another pass through it just to kind of make sure, not missing anything else. But I mean, seems like it's run through pretty much everything. So I don't think there's much left at this point as far as this goes. So looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So we upload our last documents. Boom. Worksheets done in doc and PDF. Additional resources done in doc and PDF. Quiz done, doc and PDF. And we got our source stuff at the end. We got our course overview. Very nice. Captured the lessons, which is cool. What you'll learn. Suggest requirements for the course. Yeah, man, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. This is off of 03 Mini, which I mean is a good model, but it's going to be using an even better model. So not too shabby. All the CSV values. Look at that. Wow, it actually got a lot of slides. Holy crap. Nice. Kind of went above and beyond. That's awesome. Course details. Got our course image. Course text. Yeah, I think we conditioned it not to use welcome in every one of these lectures, so it's not starting every line with welcome, which is good. Yeah, cool, man. Help me get you. Yeah, for sure. I can definitely help you if you need it. And then we can do video show it working start to finish. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, get an example of it going would be awesome. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Well, cool. Well, thanks everybody. I think I'm gonna call that on the stream today. Just wanted to get another one. It's gone all the way through. We haven't got complete end to end, but I mean, it would be end to end if it worked correctly. I guess what I should have done was actually start it from the audio, but I didn't want to run the audio again too. So on an MS1 Max, yeah, for sure, running on a very, very substantial local machine. So not too shabby. But yeah, for sure. I'll be back on Monday morning. We'll just do another fine tooth comb pass on this one, just to make sure I'm not missing anything else. But I think these workflows are about ready to ship, which is pretty cool. So yeah, thanks, Craig. Thanks for hanging out. There's a lot of activity today. So Onion, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Vlad, good to see you, man. Glad to see you back. 3 p.m. your time. I think so. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. 10 a.m. Central. So is my plan. So have a good weekend, Craig. Goodbye. Vlad, thanks, man, for stopping by. Good to see you again. Who else was in here? There were other people in here. That Onyo was in here. Appreciate it. +5 hours. That's what I thought. Okay, cool. Just making sure. All right, man. See ya. That Onion with the follow. Appreciate it. Hamid, good luck with your projects. Be anxious to hear some updates on that. If you do a faceless YouTube, let me know. Who else? There's somebody else in here, I thought. Mid was chatting, and maybe that's it. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be back on Monday. Happy Halloween. Have a good weekend. See you.